a member of the Computer Science 101 class. This is my second semester senior year. Um, reason I really took the class was I'm very interested in learning not only about computer functions and the things that kind of go on behind the scenes within computers, but also the history, evolution, and current day, where they stand currently. It's been a great economy and industry for computers. Everyone has them. Everyone has iPhones, things like that. The technology really interests me because I have many. I use it multiple times per day for class. Simply things like texting like friends and computers like that on phones. And I really have no background in computers previous to this class, so I'm very interested in learning about computers and the whole computer science. I took an online class, and this class in particular online, because it allows me to use my time, um, outside the classroom to do the work, and sometimes that's a challenge. Some people don't do very well with it, some people do. I think being able to kind of teach myself using the textbook and learning on the online lectures, it's an interesting way to learn, and it takes proper planning, how you said in the intro class, to take specific days or times out of the week to do your classwork. And it's also a challenge that I'm looking forward to. An example, or excuse me, I have taken an online class before. Last semester, I took a sport law class that was on GoNet. It was pretty plain, a lot of book work, but like I said, it's kind of allowed me to learn outside of the classroom and not focus necessarily on who the professor was, but on teaching myself terms and strategies of sport law, and thought it was very interesting. Each week we posted on GoNet a response to a specific question. Um, Tests and quizzes, there weren't many. There was a midterm and a final where we posted pretty much our answers to questions that the professor posted. We had a certain duration of time to do it, and we posted it online. And I fortunately did very well in the class, so I hope I can transition that experience over in this one and make it a good experience as well. An example of extraction uh, in the real world, I think one that the book didn't mention, or one that the book did mention, was about the cars. I thought one that was similar would be kind of making a phone call on your own phone, whether it be a landline or a cell phone. Um, you think about it, if you make a call on a phone, there's so much things that go on within the phone that I would have no clue. Most probably average people would have no clue. Everything from the soundboard transferring sound to someone else's phone, either through cellular and satellites, or if it's a landline using telephone lines, things like that. You don't really see what goes on behind the scenes. You're just worried about the task at hand, which is making the phone call. Um, and then an example of abstraction on computers, I think would be PowerPoint. We're all pretty familiar with PowerPoint. We use it every day, or at least every semester for certain classes, and making presentations to get information out to your students in a creative way. Um, Things in PowerPoint that include our information, research, pictures. Not a lot of people realize the hard work behind the scenes that goes into making a PowerPoint. Gathering photos, information, putting that on slides. Um, the viewers really only care about the things that are on the slides and how it looks, how it's created, if it's original, if it's modern, has a modern look or feel to it. Um, and at the same time, when creating in a PowerPoint, there's many things that go on within your computer, such as saving pictures, pasting them in. Uh, the PowerPoint, how it works and everything is probably very interesting within the computer itself. As I said, using the system of PowerPoint of creating and saving things, and just the many tasks that go on pretty much when creating it. You can select so many different presets, what it looks like, um, and just things like that. I think that's a pretty strong example of an abstraction on computers, just like the one Professor Beckett mentions when giving you instructions to make this with word processor. Um, you type things in the word processor and save it, and your keyboard works with the computer to obviously get the language across onto a document. The same holds true for PowerPoint. Like I said, putting in pictures and kind of standardizing your PowerPoint to the way you make the way it should look, the way you think it should look, and the information at hand that you put in. So that's pretty much all I have, and thank you for your time.